New York Giants.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Christian McCaffrey. His pops was a Giant for 3 years. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
You talk about this Giant defense.
Yeah, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Middle. 50. Stop.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Giants very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Again, it's Stafford. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, they took the shot, didn't get it, and there's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding them to 3, psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. Hopkins' kick is good, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Weather like this, always treacherous for kickers. A good sign early, though, as he's able to put that one through.
And you remember him right before the kick stomping around his area to make sure that things were going to hold for his plant foot, and it did.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Right now, you got 58.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a Giant 1st down on a gain of 16. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
The Giants at 7-5 now in the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. No gain on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
I know that play went for no yardage, all right? But I like the attempt because the fullback position, whether it's a fullback, a tight end, an H-back, whoever you want in that spot, not known as a primary pass catcher. So sometimes the element of surprise works in your favor. But on that play, give credit to the defensive guys.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Levante David.
And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey.
Loose inside the 30.
And he'll be taken down at the 26.
60 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
On 1st and 10, Stafford.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up in...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
McCaffrey running up the middle. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now 2nd and 9.
Now Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Big 20.
3rd and 2, Stafford. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Adam Thielen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Stop your whining.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 10-0 the score after one on E. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Go to 50. Check 30.
Rodgers going to throw.
Here's one deep for Pickens.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Taken from just outside the 30. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown.
There he goes right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Stafford.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Packers are able to add on to that lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers.
He's got his target. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Allen Lazard. 73 yards.
And the Giants get a bit closer.
So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Ready.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Packers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
They'll go again with Herbert.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley.
He's on his way, and he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
22.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
Stay 50, stay 50.
And now Stafford, he's going to change things up.
2nd and 3. And it's caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt.
And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in there by Cooks. 2nd down and 4.
Running left, it's Mixon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Once again, they run with Mixon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Starting on the ground with Herbert.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
96 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On first down, Stafford here. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So there, and it'll be second in a couple.
Herbert powering up the middle.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
Hey, 54.
Stafford now to throw. Steps away to his left. Wiggles free. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Herbert.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Oh, now a running play here with Smith.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Irv Smith Jr., his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Rodgers to throw on second down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pick up there.
Easy. 26.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Darian Mathis burying him for the sack.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On second down, here's Mixon. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. Throwing now is Rodgers. Cook's full extension, it's complete. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
He may go back to the huddle and have a little discussion with his passer. You know, maybe you don't have to lead me quite that much. But on that play, bailed him out in a big way, didn't he?
He did indeed. Hey, at least he gets to put it on the highlight reel.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
The last run went so well for them, maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on him and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
Inside handoff to Mixon.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Mixon. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Mixon again. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Joe Mixon taking it in from a yard out. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And now down 3 scores, I don't think there's any decision at all. You've got to go for it because you don't know how many more times you're going to get an opportunity. Field goals, they're not going to cut it in this situation.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he's got it. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line.
They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
On second down, a run with Herbert.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
From his own goal line, Stafford. Short throw to Smith. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. Fourth down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. On the return comes Cobb. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. First and 10.
Over.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up second down. Throwing is Rodgers. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a fourth down now. Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. Pressure comes, and down he goes. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
On first and 10, it's Herbert.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10.
Play action. Stafford.
That's complete to his running back, Herbert.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Double right.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On third down, Herbert.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Khalil Herbert
from 17 yards out.
And the Packers have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A handoff running left, Mixon.
And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
The offense on third down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
67 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
Mixon with a first down carry. Oh, and now some space to operate.
Down the right sideline, Joe Mixon. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out.
A big play there for the Giants. Give him 55 yards on the ground. Well, he currently stands 2nd in the league in rushing, and runs like that are a big reason why. Heck, runs like that might get him to 1st.
And when you've got goals in front of you, if you're 2nd and you want to be 1st, that type of running gives you something to shoot for and hopefully attain.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Hunt.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. They run right side with Hunt. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Joe Mixon.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Forced out to his left.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
A handoff for Herbert.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Flush to his right.
That is caught by Herbert.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. On first down, it's Stafford. Short throw to Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first and 10, Stafford. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
40 got.
Throwing here, Stafford on the move to his left. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Hopkins with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Mixon. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Running left, it's Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Now it's Mixon running right. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them